I was really close to my mom, and she was always like my number one cheerleader in life. And I happened to be in church when I got the call that my mom had passed unexpectedly. And I was in shock, but it was actually at the end of church service, and I was just surrounded by such a huge family of believers, and a lot of them knew my story and how close I was to my mom. And I feel like God put me exactly there to hear that information, that horrible information at that time, because he knew I would be surrounded by people who loved me and who would support me just from the very moment that I found that out. And I tell you, I did not handle my mother's death the way that I would have ever thought of. Not that I ever thought of, my parents passing, but I'll tell you that I had an immense amount of peace, and I actually handled it much more gracefully than I ever really would have. And that was because my mom was a believer, and she believed in Christ, and I knew the day that she went home, she was in the presence of Jesus, and that gave me such great comfort. I thought to myself, God, why? I think a lot of people ask themselves why, and instead of an answer, I got this vision of my mom singing and dancing and just absolutely enthralled with the glory of God shining upon her, and I just knew she was happy, and that made me happy. I often pray and I ask Jesus, hey, give my mom a hug, because I know that that's where she is, worshiping in the throne room of God, and that makes my heart happy. And I know that one day I'm gonna see her again, so that was of great comfort, knowing that I have an eternal resting place in God's glory. And I'll see my mother there and others who've passed on who believe in Jesus. And that is just, it's so comforting. It really is. Anytime I start to feel sad about it, I think, no, I'm not gonna be sad. I may be sad because she's not here, but I'm not really sad because I know in the promise of God.